Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope everyone out there is having a great day today. My name's Rob. Welcome to Gym Rat World, the only spot where you can go for fast and simple supplement reviews. Today I'm going to be talking about this Isopure protein. I'm going to cover what it is, what's inside this thing, and I'm just going to cover everything that you need to know about this supplement in under 5 minutes for you. I'll also put a link in the description box for when you're ready to pick this up as well, but let's just get right on into this. So like I said, this Isopure protein, the main thing behind it is that it has 0 carbs inside of it, right? It's also going to help with some muscle recovery and muscle size, but the main thing is there's no carbs in here. Now, some of you might be sitting there thinking, well, that's awesome, sign me up, where do I get this? You're really down for not having any carbs. Other people might be sitting here watching this video and thinking, why does that even matter? I know I was like that for the longest time. I didn't really know, I didn't really care about carbs or anything like that. So basically, I'll just go over it real quick for you. Carbs, they're just generally a little bit bad. The research over time has shown that carbs are almost as bad as sugar. Some people say that carbs are worse than sugar, so it's just not good. You're going to put on some extra body fat, extra weight that you probably don't want to be putting on if you're going to the gym and you're trying to be fit, you're trying to be healthy, So that's why they pretty much brought out this protein. It's for people who are looking to put on some size, put on some strength, and are very conscious of the things that they put inside their body. So that's why they made sure there's no carbs in here. There's also no sugar in here as well. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that all carbs are bad. This is more specifically refined carbs are pretty bad for us. But if you're American, more than likely you have a high carb diet and probably a high sugar diet, whether you know it or not. So that's not a good thing. Plus, if you're taking a protein shake on top of your diet, if you're taking it more than once a day, it could just get bad. And that's how some people go to the gym and they kind of get bogged down. They're taking protein shakes, they're doing all this stuff, they're working out, but they're not losing any weight. In some cases, they're gaining some weight or gaining that extra fat. It's just not good. I'm not saying that's solely from protein shakes, but it definitely could be a possibility from that if you're not really paying attention to what's actually going on. So that's the great thing about this protein, is the fact that you don't have the carbs, so you're going to be able to put on that size, and that strength, and also stay lean as well. They brought out this protein, has 50 grams of protein inside each serving. Now, it's definitely a decent amount of protein. If you only work out like twice a week, but you drink this every single day, this is not the protein for you. This is a protein that's for very active people, probably people who work out whether an hour to 2 hours a day, multiple times a day, possibly go running, hiking, lifting, all sorts of things. If you're active, this is definitely your protein, because you're going to make sure that you're not putting on that extra fat, but you're also getting some strength in here as well. But if you are a little bit lackadaisical, or you're a little bit lazy with your workouts, you don't always go all the time, but you always drink your shake, that's probably not the shake for you, right? Because 50 grams of protein is probably too much for somebody who's not doing too much, right? So in this protein, though, it is whey isolate protein. So whey isolate protein is very pure, and they made sure to make this extremely pure. It's like ultra filtered. Even when you pour it in the glass, you can see straight through, which is kind of weird. It also tastes different from other protein shakes, so definitely be wary of that. I heard the vanilla is probably not the best one to pick, but the other flavors seem to be pretty good, so just know that going into it. Also in here, one of the great things is you get 4.6 grams of glutamine in here. Now, glutamine is that amino acid in our bodies that when we work out, we pretty much just deplete all levels of glutamine, and it takes several days for us to actually recover from that. So that's why supplementing with it is pretty awesome. And on top of that, you get 13 grams of BCAAs as well, which is absolutely amazing, because that's really going to help with that protein synthesis, that muscle size, strength, and recovery time for you. Also possibly reduce some soreness for you as well. And that's pretty much this protein. It's low in calories. It has 210 calories, I think. It has no sugar, it has no carbs. Each serving is 50 grams. And it's pretty awesome, right? If you're a serious person who works out every single day, is very active, this is definitely your protein. If you're very health conscious, you don't want that added sugar, those added carbs, so again, this is your protein. If you're somebody who doesn't work out that often, I'm sorry, this is probably not your protein. It's probably not something that you should be looking into, just because of how much protein you get per serving, especially if you add on your regular diet and the protein you get there, right? So just letting you know that going into this. Do pay for this for sure. This thing's like around like $40 for like 22 servings. So it's definitely a little bit above the norm, which I think is definitely worth it, because I would rather pay more to get no carbs and no sugar in my protein and get 50 grams of protein than pay a little bit less to get, more servings and things like that. I don't really care about that. I really care about the no carbs and no sugar, right? So definitely check out this protein if you're looking for those qualities that I mentioned. Comment below if you have any questions on anything whatsoever. If this protein's not doing it for you, maybe you want that fat, maybe you want that cholesterol, or maybe you want whatever else. You know, I got protein reviews all over the place, so just type in that protein and gym rat. More than likely my face will pop up, or cruise around my channel. I got a playlist of protein supplements. Check it out. If there is a protein that you want me to review and it's not on my channel, just hit me up in the comments section. More than likely I'll do a review for you. Other than that though, thanks for stopping by. All right, adios.